Welcome to another fishing adventure, folks. I'm here at a spot that I've never fished before, but this is a lake that I have fished a few times. I've had some pretty good luck here. I have confirmed that there are some big fish in here to be caught, which that's always exciting to know that there are giants in here. Sweet almond tiger nuts are what I'm fishing with here this morning. It is about 10 a.m. I had intended to get here at 9 a.m. But unfortunately there was a house blocking the road. Literally, they were moving a house. So I was in kind of a traffic jam for a while there, and then I eventually got off the paved road that was being blocked and took about 20 miles of gravel roads to get here, because otherwise I would have been just creeping along at 15 miles an hour behind the house. So yeah, I know 9 a.m. is not very early, but it's late September, and fishing early in the morning is not really the best technique this time of year. The water is cooling, the nights are longer, and so the water is losing heat during those long nights. Even though the days are still pretty warm, it's going to get up to 80 today, I think, but the nights are cool and long. This is kind of hard to do with bandaged up fingers. There we go. I injured both the thumb on this hand and the forefinger on this hand yesterday. I got a thorn in that one and then a line slice on that one. Pack bait is what has really become kind of my favorite mix here the last month or two. And oats and sweet feed is the standard base mix, and then a can of corn and a can of cream corn and chili powder. I like the smell of chili powder. I like spicy food. And I just like the smell, and that's anytime somebody asks like what flavor is best or what flavor should I use for whichever season or whatever, personally I don't think it matters. I say use whatever flavor you like the smell of. If you like smelling peach, use peach. If you like plain oats and don't want any smell, do that. I already got some water. There's a considerable amount of algae in the water. The water itself is pretty clear, but there's lots of algae. Not pea soup, but lots of algae. I don't think that's necessarily a bad thing. I don't think the fish care that much. They're used to it. It's definitely not enough algae that it's gonna, cause oxygen deprivation or anything like that in the water. And of course the wind's blowing today. I think I've been here 3 times and it's never not been windy here. It's about 10:15 right now. It's forecasted for 25 as the day goes on. I got brand new fishing line. Probably shouldn't have mentioned it, but I got brand new 20-pound mono big game line on here on both these rods here today. There we go. Yeah, 6-7 feet of water it felt like there, and I've looked at the sonar. It's about 30-40 yards out is where I put that 6-7 feet of water. Yeah, I usually only respool once a year, but these particular rods have spent a lot of time in the sun this year, and that line was getting kind of wiry from all the UV damage. Yeah, like I said, this time of year, early morning is not so good in my experience. Mid-morning to late morning and even early afternoon has been the times when I've been catching the most fish here in September. And as October comes in, the water starts getting cooler and cooler. I'll start fishing later and later in the day. In a few weeks, the hot bite time will be 2 to 4 in the afternoon, in the warmest part of the day, when the water starts dipping down into the 50s and stuff like that. So fall is coming fast. In those times of day that I'm referring to, that's just where I live, where I fish, and that's just my experience. That's not some universal truth or something. I'm sure it varies widely in different parts of the world and different lakes. It's highly variable, but I need to make a slight revision for those of you who watched my video from a few weeks ago, or I don't know how long ago it is by the time you view this, but I caught a new PB here at this lake, and it came in about 28 pounds in this net, and I just called it 26, and I was just estimating the weight of this net, and not the weight of the whole net, just the weight of this end of the net with the handle laying on the ground down here. So it's just the end of this net, and I estimated it at 2 pounds. But yesterday I went ahead and put a scale on it. And that includes having this GoPro on the end of the net there. And I put a scale on it yesterday and it actually ended up being 3 pounds. So I guess I have to adjust my PB. It's not 26, 25. It's only 1 pound higher than my previous PB. But anyway, those of you who care about those nitty-gritty details, there they are. Yeah, I didn't bother doing any bird seed or corn or anything today. I just kind of want to stick with dry stuff. I don't want to mess around with wet stuff. So cattle cubes is what I got. I think pieces this size, I like pieces this size better than these gigantic ones. So it's just this little piece of pipe that's similar in diameter to the cattle cubes, and just kind of break the big ones in half as I go. Seems to work pretty good. The smaller pieces break down a little faster and a little more bite size for a fish. I just keep a big old snap swivel tied onto the end of my line there, so when I want a spot, all I need to do is snap the spot on and don't have to mess around tying knots or anything. And my slingshot is what I usually use for these, but I want to get them out. I want to get them out a little farther than that slingshot is gonna do today. I don't know. I think this is a 3-gallon bucket. I don't think I'm gonna check out all of these cattle cubes. It'd take me all day probably to get them all out there, tiny little handful at a time like this. And I'm not baiting any precise spot. I'm just gonna spray them all over the place out here. From my past experiences fishing here along this shoreline at this lake, the bottom seems pretty clean, so I don't think I need to worry about any particular spot to get this bait.
Are you trolling something?
What's that?
Are you trolling something?
No.
Okay.
I tried casting a couple of times. Am I crossing your line here?
If you're trolling something, you're going to snag my line, but if you're not, you
No,
should
I
be
don't
okay.
have anything.
Okay.
Catching anything?
I just got here. Yeah. Nothing yet, no.
By here. Yeah. Probably been about 20 minutes. I've just been working here, just checking out those range cubes little by little. Thought I'd get most of that work done before it started getting warmer. I haven't actually deposited any of those cubes near this bait. This was my left bait, and I've been dropping cubes over by the right bait this whole time. But this feels nice. There's hardly any waves. You know, I've got a little bit of wind, but it's not whitecaps or anything, and there's no boat zooming around the lake, so it's really nice to be on the lake shore right now with no crashing waves or any of that nonsense. Loosen that drag up. This fish is getting close. I like to loosen it up a little bit when they get close, because there's less line between me and the fish, so that means there's less stretch when a fish goes on a crazy run like that. Now I'll tighten back up a little bit now that he's out there quite a ways again. I did see a flash of gold, so it definitely is a common carp. Show yourself. He's right here. See him in the sun? Oh yeah, that's a good fish. Yeah, that's a good fish. Yeah, there he was. Yeah, like I said, the water is, it's got algae, but it ain't pea soup, but it's pretty algae full. There he is, got him. Yeah, first fish of the day, and Didn't take long at all. Like I said, about 20 minutes or so. I get some light on there. It's not a huge fish. 10, 11 pounds would be my guess. I'm not going to put a scale on them, but this is a great start. It's always nice when you roll up to a spot and catch a fish within the first half an hour. It's a good sign. Hopefully there's more to come. There you go. See you later. It's good to know that that new fishing line curse is gone, at least on this reel anyway. For some reason, that seems to be a strange coincidence. When I put new line on my reels, or get new rods, for some reason that usually coincides with multiple skunk trips in a row. And I did get skunked my first time out with this new line on these reels, but just one skunk. I can take that. I just saw a fish do a tail slap over where I've been throwing those cattle cubes, right where my second bait is. Maybe that'll lead to something. This is one I just casted back out. Same one I caught that other fish on. It's been 5 minutes since I caught that other fish. Nothing doing on that bait over where I'm throwing the cattle cubes. I wonder if the cattle cubes are repellent. This fish is doing a lot of head shakes for a carp. They don't do head shakes a lot like a lot of other fish do. Sometimes they do though. This one is. I just saw another tail slap out there where my other bait is. I wonder if they're filling up on the cattle cube and then ignoring my pack bait. Oh yeah, it's a good looking fish. You come get your picture taken? He's a little bigger than that first one I caught. Yeah. Yeah, he's a little bit bigger. Yeah, moving in the right direction. Let's see, where's the light at now? I'm in the shade and my camera doesn't know what to do. But there he is. Yeah, there you go. A little bit bigger fish than that first one. I'd say this one's a 12 pounder, something like that. It's fixing to be a good day. What am I talking about fixing to be? It is a good day already. Fixing to be. Alright, you gotta turn your nose the other way and you'll be good to go. There you are. Thanks for the fight. See you next time. I guess I'm gonna reel in my lines. This guy's gonna snag them. Yeah. Guess I'll just reel them in. Guess I'll just reel them in and rebait. He just turned the other way. I won't look at me. Noticed. Okay, this is over on the right rod where the cattle cubes were going. I've been throwing out cattle cubes this whole time. I got about 90% of the bucket thrown out. It's about noon, and just had those two fish right in the first half hour, and then it's been all quiet till now. This fish is doing kind of whatever he wants. I don't know. The wind has picked up. I don't know if you can tell or not, but it has picked up. There's some pretty good waves going out there. I was a little concerned that tossing out all these cattle cubes was going to kind of detract away from my hook baits if they're just gobbling up cattle cubes and be preoccupied with those, but I guess that's not the case. I think this is a larger fish. Oh yes, this is a larger fish than the first two. Yeah, this is a real good fish. I'm just letting him wear himself out right here. He's just got his nose facing away from me, and he's just swimming away from me. Oh, now here he comes. Here he comes. Come on, big girl. Yes. Oh, wild beast. Yeah, that's bigger than the first two. I suppose this fish is scale worthy. He's in the teens probably. About 15.5 in the net. Yeah, going in the right direction. Get some light on that fish there. Camera, there you go. 12, 13 pound fish, something like that. Like I said, it's been a while. Things have slowed down. Just got that first little flurry of a couple fish at the beginning, but I'm gonna be here a while. It's about noon. I'm gonna give it another couple hours for sure. Hopefully they just keep getting bigger. See ya. So I just picked this one up to rebait, and I thought I was snagged, but it's pulling back, so that's interesting. I think it is snagged. Oh, it's snagged also, I think a fish must have picked it up and swam with it and got the line into something. Oh, okay. So I tried to break off my line, and this is what I got. Somebody else's two-way rig of some kind. Okay. And a couple of sinkers. Fish on. Swam at me. Oh! He swam at me. Now he's swimming away from me. It's about 12:30. I was just, I got about 2 bites of my lunch in my mouth before this fish hit. Get in my net. Oh yeah. Fun size carp. 5-6 pounds, my guess. Keeping me busy. Moving in the wrong direction though. I want big fish. The wind is picking up. It's almost to the point where it's becoming a nuisance. I might have to switch out to some heavier sinkers. I've got 2 ounces on there right now. Might have to put some 3s on to keep my baits in place. Back in the water he goes. So long, young fella. Yeah, jingle, jingle. Yep. Jingle bells, jingle bells. I've been seeing lots of fish. Lots of fish surfacing all over in front of me where I threw all those cattle cubes. Some guy just stopped by and asked if the bluegills were biting, and I said, nope, not that I'm aware of. That's all I know about that, I guess. I should have asked him if the carp were biting. I bet he's not aware of that either. Looks like another 10 to 12 pound fish like I've been catching. Okay, come on now. This fish just will not quit. Just will not quit. Get in, get in. This guy's got energy for days. Come on now. Yes, all right. Yeah, this is a high quality fish right here. This might be the biggest fish. I'm not gonna weigh him, but I don't know. 12, something like that, 12, 13, low teens, be my guess. Big belly, stocky fish. It's great to finally get one. I thought maybe they were done for the day, but I'm gonna stay a little bit longer. My shade is about to go away probably in half an hour. This tree is not gonna be providing shade for me anymore. We'll see how long I last after that. Back in the water. Well, he's raring to go. Bye-bye. I just got rebaited from catching that last fish and casted it out, and I was about ready to sit down, and off goes this one. This feels real nice. Wow. I think I'm gonna stay up here for a few minutes and fight this fish up here in the shade if I can. I had a little too much sun yesterday in my adventures, my e-bike fishing adventures yesterday. I gotta stay out of the sun today. Kind of reaching the point with my fishing today. I mean, I've been at it like 5 hours, almost 5 hours, and I had a lot of fun. I've caught 5 fish, and kind of one of those, it's usually about that time I start thinking, yeah, just one more, and then I'm gonna go. Or I'll start getting more specific, like, okay, if I can just get one 20-pound fish, then I'll go. So I don't know. Oh, this is a good fish. This is a real good fish. I don't know if it's a 20. It might be. I don't know. I just saw the tail. That's all I saw. You see him? It's a pretty good fish. It might be big fish of the day so far. Yeah, get in my net. Yes. Swam right into it. That's big fish of the day, easy. Easy. Excellent hook hold. Tiger net. 18 and a half. Yeah, great fish. 18 and a half in the net. So what's 18 and a half minus 3? 15 and a half. Beautiful fish. I'm gonna call it 16. I think I am gonna call it. This is gonna be the last fish of the day. I'm happy. You know, if I can get at least one fish per hour, that's a good day. It's a good day indeed. Back in the water this one goes. Thanks for watching. I appreciate it. See you on the next one.